Steam Next Fest is back, and I played a ton of demos. So many, in fact, that I'm splitting my coverage into 3 full videos. Welcome to Part 1, the Racing Roundup. It turns out that racing is a huge category, and I played 15 different demos that all involve getting behind the wheel. But that's where the similarities end. We've got everything from realistic rally sims on hostile planets to post-apocalyptic RPGs, and even a game that's half chill delivery sim, half horror game. We're going to go cover all 15 of them right now. Let's hit the gas. First up, it's Desert Race Adventures. The demo is short but sweet, giving a taste of the chaos that can come with rally racing. It plays like Keep Driving, but with a higher emphasis on racing than vibes. The Steam tags call it a strategy roguelike, which makes sense given the management aspects of your team, vehicle, and supplies. The graphics have a very strong pixel theme, and I'm interested in the strategy, though the demo cut me short after 8 minutes. Roadout. With Roadout, I originally thought it was just an RC Pro-Am or Micro Machine style top-down racer, but I was thinking way too small. The tags call it a post-apocalyptic action RPG, and that's spot on. It's more like a combination of rock and roll racing and Mad Max. There are portions inside your car, but then you get out and explore the world as a 2.5D top-down shooter, finding resources and getting to the bottom of the power struggle. The story and action are both quite engaging. Check it out. Exo Rally Championship is an interesting blend of a traditional realistic rally simulator and the rover mode from No Man's Sky. The Steam page describes it as the galaxy's most dangerous off-road racing event, and it feels like it. You're on a hostile, unexplored planet, and one bad crash can cost you a tire or even the oxygen supply that keeps you alive. Scout the course with drones or skip the scouting and YOLO it. The choice is yours. The graphics are wonderfully crisp, and the dust storms that can short out your video feed are a great touch. This is a must-try for simulation and racing fans. In Nitroglycerine, it's a mix between spin tires and the constant fear of explosion, or like trying to carry a full pot of gumbo in your backseat without spilling it. The Steam page calls it a challenging arcade simulator of transporting dangerous cargo, and they aren't kidding. The game has you play as a desperate person trying to deliver nitro over awful terrain, and I spent most of my time exploding. I didn't even mind, it was hilarious. It was a great immersive sim for either carefully transporting cargo or just finding interesting ways to blow up. CarX Drift Racing Online 2 reminds me of that Tokyo drift scene where the main character thinks he can drift and just destroys the car in a parking garage. I was that guy. This is a full-on drifting simulator with a judging system inspired by real championships. With enough practice, you could pull off amazing things, but don't expect to be the drift king on day one. You'll probably see more of the realistic car damage physics than drifting. Either way, it was fun. Car My Life feels like a mix between the Atari 2600 game Dragster and the vintage PC game Street Rod, but with a smidge of Brazilian charm. It's a 2D action racing game based on automobile sim mechanics. You build and tune your car for intense drag races. The demo gave me unlimited money to try the fastest car, but fighting your way to the top seems like it'll be the real experience. Roguelike driving game that feels like Race the Sun mixed with colorful post-apocalyptic Flat-Out 2. I got my butt kicked at first, but as I got upgrades, I started to understand the loop. Race, destroy things, get upgrades, repeat. The procedural generation keeps it fresh. After some effort, I finished the demo track, and I totally see the compelling loop here. Taxi Chaos 2 is pretty much Crazy Taxi 2, but in a cartoonish sci-fi city with a Fortnite vibe. You're the last human taxi driver fighting AI taxi bots, and that is exactly what happens when you're taking people to their desired locations. You level up, get wacky abilities, dodge angry AI taxis, then follow arrows guiding you to your customer's destination. It's a promising start for an arcade driving game with great inspirations, and a story mode's also in the works. CarCam is an amazing concept. You're driving a remote-controlled car in a giant living room world, And it nails that photorealistic feel by making it look like you have a GoPro as your in-game camera connected to an RC car. The scenery is amazing, but the controls and physics still felt a bit off. It's more of an intriguing concept than an enjoyable game right now, but I hope the developer puts it all together for the main release. Retro Racing 2 feels like a true throwback. The developer made the Amiga classics Nitro and ATR, and this feels like an appropriate successor. It's a top-down arcade racer like RC Pro-Am or Micro Machines, with a finely honed mechanics that will have people chasing leaderboard times. It's easy to learn but hard to master, which is the sign of a great retro-inspired game. Grannies on Wheels is like a claymation 4x4 truck playground. The Steam page calls it a chaotic single-screen party game, and the demo proves it. There was a race mode against angry construction equipment and a jam free-for-all mode where you knock jam jars out of other Grannies trucks. The theme of whimsical clay grannies and deformable arenas is great, and the physics are intriguing. It's definitely worth a look. Virtuoso GP Race is a clear spiritual tribute to virtual racing from the Sega Genesis and 32X. It's a full-on 1990s arcade racer with bright, blocky graphics and true 1990s feel. The demo only had a few tracks, and each had an airborne surprise. The controls feel a little floaty at first, but I got used to it. For lovers of the original Virtua Racing, give this a look. Not sure I've ever seen a racing game so purely structured for speedrunning. It's a fast-paced time trial racer where you pilot a hover ship. The goal is to use your driving skill, pathfinding ability, and dangerous warp drive to hit gates in any order as fast as possible to top the daily global leaderboard. The striking art style of sand and geometric white structures really helps you focus on the optimal path and feel that sense of speed. iRacing Arcade is exactly what the title says. It's an arcade-style racer with slightly cartoony proportions, but solid, decent physics. The demo had 2 appealing tracks that were pretty challenging, and the 2 difficulty levels made it competitive for different skill levels. It's definitely a racer to watch out for. Truckful. Truckful is a really interesting mix. It's half chill driving game where you deliver goods through the woods, and half unspeakable horror chase from the depths of the forest. The driving felt nice, and the art style was appealing during the day and super brooding at night. I'm very interested to see how they handle that push and pull mechanic between the cozy and mystery/horror in the full game. Check it out. My personal favorites in this batch had to be Exo Rally Championship for the racing simulation and crazy planetary variation, and probably Truckful for its push-pull for cozy and horror. But I want to know what you think. Did any of these games make your wish list? Let me know in the comments. And get ready, because we're far from done. This was just part 1. In part 2, we're leaving the smell of asphalt behind and checking out some cozy, creative, and chill demos. Check it out soon.